Hey, folks, Quillikin here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld. It is RimMart, and we've got our little starting base going on here. Now, I did catch, at the end of the episode, it was like, hold on a sec, that doesn't look like rice. So, it caught that we are on the potato. I really wish, there might be a mod for it, to default growing zones to default to rice, which is always what I want. I think the reason the game defaults to potatoes is because it has such a low fertility sensitivity that it's perfectly happy to grow anywhere, but it is kind of a waste of the high fertile lands. The rice isn't that old. I'm going to go ahead and replant it immediately, even though it means, you know, kind of a waste, but we're going to get the or the rice harvest faster then we will get the potato harvest, I think, and we're going to get more of it. So I think it's going to be okay. We will see. I did put the nutrient paste dispenser on halt right now because I just noticed what people were doing is, you know, grabbing these tiny little micro chunks of steel and bring them over. And we don't need this built until we get our power set up anyway. So I'm going to leave this off. And what I might do at one point relatively soon, I'm going to put everyone on like super high priority haul so that they go and pick up all the steel in a more efficient way, bring it to the base, and then we'll construct afterwards. Because right now it's definitely not super efficient. I think we can probably do a bit more tree chopping in the area to finish some of our wooden construction. At some point we will get our first raid. I guess we had enough to build that as is, which is nice. And yeah, we're going to build up this little area. That's going to be our little freezer, which is going to be increased later on. But for now, I'm just doing a somewhat smaller space that won't need as much air conditioning. Like I could have built a bigger space. It's not like it's going to take much more wood to do that, but it's going to be a lot harder to refrigerate. So we're just going to do it a little bit smaller. And actually with the rice, we're not going to need a lot of refrigeration early on. I mean, rice and corn have a huge, huge lifespan. Yeah, there you go. Keep tearing down those walls. There's lots to hunt on this map, too, which is nice. I also went and flagged all the steel sarcophagi and also steel doors to make sure they get torn down as well, just to try to extract a bunch of extra metal early on. And our faction. So our faction name is simply going to be RimMart. And our settlement is going to be, if I had sort of a canonical name for what I like to call my world or what this world was, again, you know, could be, oh, the planet of Belgium or something like that. You know, it could be RimMart of Belgium. But instead, this is going to be RimMart number 1818. That's what this is going to be. Bam. Our settlement is now known as RimMart 1818. Lovely. All right, yeah. Keep tearing that stuff down. Give us some raw material. Go consume some berries. That's fine. We got enough berries here. Okay, ancient danger. That's okay. It's not actually spooky. We're fine. Replant this. A waste of time. And delay to our first rice harvest, but I think we will be okay. It is quite a long walk to go and deconstruct this, and what I'm going to hate is, as I say, if you go and deconstruct one wall and then turn around and run back to the base, that would be quite frustrating. These are steel columns, so yeah, tear all that down too. I don't think there's any roof over here for us to worry about. We might be able to remove some of the floor and get some of the material back, I think, although this is slate, yeah, marble, so we're not too worried about that. I mean, we might go and remove it later. Again, when we decide to turn the entire world into plain old concrete. Okay. I guess what I could do, I don't know, do I want the walls up first? I guess the order doesn't matter too much. Let's plan out some power. And I'm going to use hidden conduit. I think I'm going to put the little power generators down here. I'm going to use hidden conduits as our main power line. Just partially because it's a little safer, but also because when I end up tearing down these walls, which I will, because it's going to be a big open space, I really don't want these power conduits to be visible. I'm wondering if we should plant some daylilies indoors. I mean, I'll let the rice get replanted first, but it will add beauty, because right now there's an awful barracks. If we plant some daylilies in here, it'll become a, you know, decent barracks, or depending on how many lilies we plant. It's also a decent way to train planting. The other thing I'm wondering is a couple of rows here of cotton. Because we're going to need some clothing soon. I mean, we could also start doing some hunting as soon as we get our bows going. But we shall see. All right, first rice harvest is a go. Now, eating the raw rice will give a debuff. I think the food poisoning chance is still just 2%. Yeah. Which again, if you have a cook with less than 4 skill, I think they have a higher chance of food poisoning from the cooking. So eating the raw stuff is fine that way, although again, will give you a debuff, and that might not be so ideal. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I didn't want that. You know what? Let me go and turn hauling to the max and reset everyone. Because what they're doing is they're grabbing like a single little chunk of steel to do a little bit of this. We're going to put super high priority haul on everyone. So that, I mean, they're going to grab various things. Berries, bring them home. That's fine. That's fine, especially if they're nearby. Oh, you're hauling a few things together. Maybe because of the common sense mod. You can load a lot of stuff into the inventory. I don't know. Whatever it is, that's great. Get this stuff stacked and in bulk and do much more efficient jobs of bringing all the steel over here. So we're not grabbing little individual chunks of steel to do one wire. Just really not efficient time-wise at all. Yeah, there you go. Oh, pile trash, attacking immediately. Hello, Beatrix. With the scar and a machine pistol. That's a little bit scary. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run into here. We don't have our guns yet. We'll hold open this door and hope that they just die from walking on a trap. Dock value chose, you should have gone the other way around, but I guess we're okay as it turns out. Okay, please walk through the trap. Are you gonna move? Waiting to see if I come out again? It's not gonna happen. Walk over the trap and die. You're setting the well on fire. Okay. Well, you didn't die. You did get down. Do we want to capture you? Well, you're a genie. Yeah. So, I mean, Wimp and Delicate explains why you fell down so fast. We don't have a prisoner space for you. I guess I can turn this into prisoner space very temporarily. Capture you. Thank you for the machine pistol. Yeah, give you the treatments. Get an infection, we might use the regular medicine. But otherwise, as long as you're being treated very quickly, that's good. We need like a little prisoner closet. You know, I'll build it off of here. Honestly, they're going to be pretty unhappy regardless. So it really doesn't have to be very big, but let's do that. And then over here, let me, come on. There you go. Forbid this and that. This gets built a little bit quicker. Oh, shite. Right. The fire here. Include that in the home zone. Reset. I guess someone else was flagging the fire. Although there's more fire now. It's spread. We've got to rebuild the well. What a... If people could maybe, like, prioritize actually coming... Why are you turning around? Go extinguish the fire. Jeez. There's enough around here. You guys aren't getting in each other's way. There we go. All right. So, yeah, sleep's going to be pretty bad until we get this set up. Consuming berries. Let me turn down the super high priority haul so we can get some more normal behavior here. Essentially, even with the super high priority haul, tell you what, you're going to prioritize hauling these berries. Oh, shite. These are all in the prisoner room, so they're not available for my other people right now. Although it's interesting, you did fall asleep inside the prisoner room. Yeah. This doesn't count as valid food for you until we get the side room up. Price point. Prioritize working on this wall, please. Yeah, ugh, right. You're in your mandatory sleep period. Although weirdly, Dock Valley... No, there we go. Let's say weirdly, Dock Valley isn't doing it. Oh, they had to come all the way down here for water, too, because the well went down. That is quite frustrating time-wise. And you're... Oh, you don't have enough wood. We need the wood cut, too. KitchenAid, come over here and harvest some trees, please. Maybe we shouldn't have captured you. It would be fine if we had a little wood sitting around and we'd immediately go over and set this up. Let me forbid this. You don't have any resources yet, which is okay. Yeah, go consume those berries. 1,000,000 miles away. Probably not even a full stack of berries. Yeah, you're not fully fed. Attempting to recruit. Sure. Animal transport pod crash. Listen, we're busy here, game. Going for a walk? I guess you were pretty stressed. Okay, there we go. We've got some wood. I mean, barely. Some of it was just clearing the stumps. Prioritize constructing. Actually, prioritize working on the door. While this person is unconscious, they can't escape. I just want to make sure. There we go. The door gets reset. No. There we go. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to make a sleep spot in there. I mean, I'm sure we'll build a bed relatively soon, but sleep spot for prisoners. And then change this to for colonists. And then someone should grab you and reassign you. Perfect. Okay. So now our colonists can get access to these berries again. That whole nonsense is just done. We're going to want to convert Beatrix over. So let's get ourselves a ritual spot. There we are. And I don't remember if one of them... Okay, no specific wants over here. So the person with the highest social skill, which is price point, I'm going to want you to become the assistant to the regional manager so that you can do conversion actions, please. We want the person with the best social skills. Oh, I'm going to send away these guests. We'll have to get some guest housing soon, so we can get some amount of money in trade. Playing horseshoes. I'm going to get you to convert right now while your cooldown's up. Damn! You convert easy! Oh, you're a wimp. 200%. Okay. Okay, we got our beds again, which is great. We'll get some entertainment soon. All right. We've got one whole gun. We're not going to start hunting yet. Oh, I can go and unforbid this area, so we can start working on this again, hopefully soon. Yeah, we've got a bunch of steel that has been hauled, and we got some components over here as well. So yeah, we can go and finish this. Yeah, set up the wooden walls first. Have a better night's sleep. Hopefully no mood breaks. Dock Valley is pretty miserable here. Yeah, you weren't able to use the table for a while. You're hungry. We got food. Not enough buildings. Huh. Not enough buildings nearby. Feel unprotected. I wonder if that's based on space or individual buildings. I mean, we'll work on it. I promise. Okay, rice harvest coming in. They will prioritize the berries because it doesn't have a mood debuff. Is good. We do need a little more tree chopping. That's fine. Annoyed that our potato harvest was a little delayed, but it's fine. There are enough berries on this map that the fail on the potato wasn't game breaking. But certainly wasn't ideal. Price point, yeah, you're hidden conduit. What I need you to do actually is prioritize working on this well, because we don't want people wasting half their day walking across the map to gain access to some water. Low food, and yep, there it is relatively low. And we've got a whole other mouth to feed here. But it's also a future recruit. Let me go and zoom out a fair bit, select similar things in visible area, and harvest fully grown. So we get maybe a few more apples. And we're still chopping down a few trees, which is good because we still need a little bit of wood. There's a wild woman on the map. Do we want to try to tame you? Jogger or cannibal? Edekin. I'm not sure that's the best use of our time. We don't have a great animal handler, like a skill of 6. I think there's a good chance of getting some botches and have them attack us. Yeah, pick a few more berries. Nearly done. Let the walls completely finish. Then I'm going to unforbid the nutrient paste dispenser. There we go. So that'll cause this room to be sealed in. We don't need the refrigerator up, but I do want this room to count as sealed in before we do too much else. Working on a bow again. Still have no desire to start hunting. I see you're grabbing little chunks of steel. That's weird, because we have a bunch in storage. Why did you walk across the map to get it? There's a bunch over here. Price point, you are super cranky. Anything I can do short term? Oh, rebuff by dock value. You want assistant to the regional manager. Oh, you need the apparel. You need a button-down shirt. Yes, okay. And, oh, we should get a proper toilet up. You know, right next to the little prisoner room. Let's go and build a latrine. So you guys aren't just pooping in woods anymore. A little wooden latrine right there. Okay, so that's sealed up. You don't have any power yet, but that's okay. So the next project is going to be a wood-fired generator, which I'm going to park right over here. And then we're going to need hoppers. Boop, boop, boop. And this one here should be the one that gets pulled from first. So I'm going to make this critically important. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the meat on, but I'm going to disable the others. Actually, I guess the animal product is fine. I don't remember if that was all on. I don't want canned eggs. I don't want fertilized eggs. Probably won't end up with a lot of this, but if we do, because right now without refrigeration, we need to make sure that any meat we get gets put in the highest priority hopper and therefore gets used first for nutrient-based meals. And then, yeah, we'll go and surround this and leave little kind of pillars over here to support the roof. Having a sleep. I suppose if we're worried about our mood, we should maybe get an end table and a dresser. This will give more comfort. I don't remember if you sleep faster or it just satisfies your comfort need a little bit better, but whatever the case, it might be okay. Playing a little chess is good. Yeah, we want to keep the moods up. Let's go and actually make a mandatory recreation period at the same time for everyone so they can use that as a way to socialize. And price point, let me put you in the leftmost spot over here. That's where I like to have my moral guide. We'll get some lights up at some point. Solitary Praetor. Single man hunting hare. Well, first of all, let me turn off the goodwill from this. So we have more material reward options for things. Do we want honor? I think the answer is no, at least for now. Maybe when we get like a proper sort of like mid-level exec, maybe we can go and consider giving them honor. I noticed like psychic powers are very good. I've been sold. Psychic powers are fantastic. I don't use them very much, but they are really good. But I don't think it fits the theme well enough. I'm going to make a stockpile zone over here, which is going to be our preferred one for all like food stuff, and all plant matter. And then for food, we're going to leave off, I guess the canned stuff doesn't have to be in here. And then the packaged survival meals. And pemmican, kibble, hay. Chocolate probably doesn't have to be refrigerated, right? And then we'll see how that shakes out. But yeah, the idea will be to store the food here quite close to the hoppers. And then we'll get you some power so that we can start getting some nutrient-based meals. We could leave the berries out of this so that they don't... Oh, no, people grab food out of the hopper. That's nice. Now, right now, there's quite a long walk to the table, but we're going to do another change. Price point, you are so miserable, ravenously hungry. And you're currently deconstructing a wall. Let me reset you. Yeah, go consume some apples, buddy. My gosh. And you're in daze. And you're still hungry, so you're going to get malnourished. I don't know. Maybe you'll fall to the ground and recover. And so you're probably ready to use your freaking convert ability and everything too. Well, that is some awkward timing. Someone's got to load this so that that works. Gathering steel. I guess they're just purely down to haul. Oh, need wood. Oh, we don't have... All right. That's fine. Let's go harvest fully grown. Chop down some trees. We might need a management table set up so that we can automate this. I don't remember if I'm running Snap out of it. I think I am, but I think annoyingly, only the it's the warden job that does it. So that lets people kind of try to break people out of these moods. And that would really be Price Point's job. We need Price Point to be happier than everyone else so that this maintains. Maybe I'll cancel the stump clearing. I mean, it doesn't take that long to clear them, but you really get hardly any wood out of it. Smash stumps? Cancel that too. I mean, it's true, these things don't grow anymore, so they are kind of fair game to chop, but... Oh, why is this rice forbidden? That's strange. Price point, I hope you're not in days too long, buddy. Very frustrating. I'll try to get you a shirt soon. Now, research-wise, because we started with a like regular industrial faction, we should have started with complex clothing. So I think we can make button-down shirts. Yeah, that's already done. I think our research probably... Normally, I'd be looking to get batteries right away to get the wind power support, but we're going to use the wood-fired generator for now. I think what we'll probably end up doing is going machining relatively quick, which will also go into smelting. Smithing, rather. Yeah, smithing into machining, I think is going to be a fine research start for us. Not that I have a research table down yet, but we'll clearly need that soon. And yeah, I might need to... Let's go and harvest a few more fully grown heal root as well, because we only have 2 medicine packets. That's not going to be good if we get sick. Really need a price point to snap out of this, though. And we need someone to chop down some trees so we can start having nutrient-based meals. KitchenAid, when you get up... Oh, there we go. Come over here. It was only 80%. Oh, it was 80% of the job done, I think. No, it doesn't look fully grown. Did I flag you wrong? I don't know. Anyway, and fill up this generator, please. Thank you. Okay, good. So, nutrient-based meals are now a go. I will probably... Yeah, let's go and put down some more fields over here. And I'm not going to worry about following the fertile ground completely. I do want to make sure to use it all. So I'm going to do this 3-tile wide cotton. And then I'm going to do another chunk of rice. I'll remember to make it rice. There you go. And then I think a couple of widths of heal root, which we might not have the skill for yet, but we'll go ahead and establish it anyway, so it'll be ready to go. Okay, price point is still flipping out. We really need them to get over it. No, they slept for sleeping for 2 seconds and then getting up. Oh, maybe because they've got the conflicting stuff. But having your nutrient-based meal, fully fill up your food, finally, and then get some proper sleep, hopefully. There you go. Harvest that rice. All right. Whew. Okay. A little tricksy over here. This mood break is really bad timing. And I maybe should have managed you a little bit more, but... We need the toilet up. Like, we need the wood going. Maybe I shouldn't be getting you to plant. Although you're chopping this stuff down, which is okay. Dock value. I'm going to get you to do this wall and then do the latrine. Achieved. Oh, you had an aspiration for feel catharsis? Oh, you do? Well, that's amazing. So, I mean, first of all, your mood's great right now. But your fulfillment is filling up a little bit. Yeah, if you achieve your dreams and complete their lifetime goals, fulfillment will increase. Each stage of fulfillment decreases mental break threshold. Ah! Achieving maximum fulfillment results in a growth moment, so we get another passion and a trait. But, oh, their break limit is going to be better from now on. That's great. Did this immediately clog? And yeah, I guess we could have this a little closer. And you botched. Because of course you did. Blocked by drain. I don't understand. Is this a random blockage? Did it just randomly break? Because I say it's not connected to any drain, which is fine. It has to be emptied manually from time to time, and it'll get dumped in the stockpile. But it should work. Yeah, I think we just got really unlucky there. And yeah, this extra walking I don't love. Crisis belief on Beatrix. Down to 3%. That's actually quite good, because I can immediately go... Oh, you're mentally broken, so I can't actually use your convertibility right now. All right. Hello, chunks of spacecraft. Select and tear apart. I mean, arguably we don't need the components quite yet. But no, I think that'll be okay. You're going for a walk. You guys are playing horseshoes. We got the chess table. Yeah, we have recreation. Moods are pretty good overall. Mostly we just really need some tree chopping to happen right now. We've got some flagged. Yeah, we got a few flagged. I think, I don't want to turn on plant. stuff. Luckily, we don't have to spend any time cooking. That's good. KitchenAid is exclusively on grow and plant cut, which is okay. I could flip the order around to have the plant cut first. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Weapons cargo pod? A recurve bow. And a bioferrite knife. Okay, we'll do a high priority haul on that. Let's get into the base quickly. That sounds fine. I think, yeah, there we go. We can go and finish the conversion here. There we go. And still got plenty of resistance. I want you in a better room, because right now, a bad room is good for converting people, but for the resistance break and stuff, a better room is better. Yeah, so I know I can refuse until I have guest beds, but I like this pop-up because it reminds me, oh yeah, I need to build some guest beds at some point. It's interesting, price point has preferred this bow. So with our loadout policy here, it is trying to figure out what has the best DPS adjusted for accuracy. So it's preferring the bow over the very poor machine pistol. Now, whether we trust it or not, I don't know. I think it depends on, hunting versus long range versus whatever, but we'll probably leave it in there. So I think our food is sorted for a good while now. We got the extra wood. Okay, so there we go. We got the extra construction. I'm going to want to replace this with a lamp soon. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the automatic refueling. When it runs out, then we'll tear it down and rebuild it with a proper lamp. A wall lamp, or we might do, if we look at the advanced lights. So this does give you colored lights, but it also gives, well, I think it does. Yeah, customize the color. But it also gives you the ability to build floodlights, which is actually very convenient for lighting a massive amount of space. And I think will help contribute to an overall good sort of industrial look for our base. Yeah. All right. Hauling steel. No, it's good that the steel is getting grouped up. We got a surprising amount of steel just from ripping apart things on the map without any mining. Oh, wait, hold on. I did go and do the mining strip over here, but we don't need that. I don't need that steel, and you guys are kind of incompetent at mining anyway. Maybe we'll get someone better a little bit later. All right, so wash in there. Yeah, I guess I can't move you. I can build a copy there a little closer to the latrine, but we'll figure out something. I mean, at some point we're just going to get proper plumbing is what we're going to do. I wonder if I should set up the guest bed area already. Maybe. Because we might be able to make a few bucks. Ultimately, I don't want to charge rent. What I want to do instead is the beds be free, but have people buy the goods. Right? The beds are kind of our lost leader setup. Oh, everyone's hanging out over here. Good. If anyone wants to pair up, that'd be A-OK. How are the socializing going? So, Price Point and KitchenAid are friends. Could be a little bit better with Doc Value here, unfortunately. Doc Value really hasn't managed to pull off much. KitchenAid has a son out there somewhere. Like, any chance, like if I told you to... Isn't there like a romance option? Normally with a right click? I don't know. I don't know if there's a way I can like encourage successful socializing. So let's assume we're going to keep our freezer area here near our best fertile area for now. And maybe we plan and, we're going to go and build some hydroponic sort of setups nearby because it kind of makes sense, which does make this the area where we're going to want to put the dining. What if dining is a half, and then what we have is the other half here be the beds for our hotel kind of thing. And then the barracks, sometimes I do the barracks as part of the big crafting room, but I think I'm going to want a separate one. There's a bigger space here. Or we do barracks, hotel, little dining and recreation area, toilets, So these will be sort of little walled. And then this becomes the mega box for the shop. And like workshops and things like that in a big open area. Oh, I like that. I think that's how we're going to go. And then we don't have much to sell to visitors. In fact, they'd be buying our medicine and stuff that we might want to keep for ourselves. But I mean, we do want to turn around some sales relatively soon. Should I start making blocks? Because we want to move from wood to stone quite quickly to not worry about fire too badly. I think what we'll plan is our new construction will be made out of stone, and we won't worry about replacing the wood quite yet. Soon, but not quite yet. I should get, just to say, I'm going to put a butcher thing, a butcher's table out of wood in here so that it's an option for us. And I'm also going to get a wall lamp. I'll put it here. I don't know. Like, here makes sense for light. Things are going to get moved because I'm going to push this wall back later. And what I'm really going to want is a pair of lights here and here. But I guess I'll do it here, and we'll just, you know, that'll be part of what we deconstruct things. We're also going to figure out our double walling strategy for our freezer. But that's later. Right now, we're not even refrigerating, so it's fine. But yeah, we'll get some light in this area. We do need to get research soon. What's the order of things we want to do things in? Okay, I'm going to get our stonecutter set up. And what we want to do is move to the point where our people are quite a bit more idle, and then therefore doing research and stone cutting. Maybe I'll just plan one stone cutting spot for now. Often like them in a pair, but we'll do that. The blocks that get carried outside, what I'll probably do is, let me shrink this zone here. I'm going to make a new stockpile zone. Probably want to be on shelves for pretty, but we're not quite there yet. Do the stockpile zone, clear. This is going to be critical for blocks. Yeah, all these blocks over here. So we don't have to walk too far to get rid of them. And what do we have? We have a bunch of marble and slate. What I'm probably going to want to do is use slate as my primary. We really could just try and make everything out of marble for pretty. The thing I'm always worried about is running out of marble that we might want to use for something. There's a lot on the map. Frick it, let's just make things out of marble. I don't know if that's good for our value, but you know what? It'll look great when we don't have bulk construction or anything, but that's fine. Marble block, due until X. I think they stack up to 75, which most things, a lot of things do. I think the blocks do as well. So 6, so 150, right, for 2? Yeah, 150, 300, 450. Let's put it to do, and I think, and you make like 4 at a time. Let's do, let's try to keep 440 blocks, which is a lot, but it means when we plan out a construction, we'll be able to like do a bunch in mass and then go. So we'll set that up, and yeah, there you go. Keep everyone on craft is fine. So they're going to do this before they do haul and clean, but only one person at a time. So I think that's going to be okay. We haven't got anyone idle right now, so the research wouldn't have come up, because one of the problems I still have is, do I want to put the research up any higher? Well, probably. Like for KitchenAid, see, KitchenAid's never getting around to it. They're a best researcher, but the grow and plant, it goes on forever. Like I could boost dock value, maybe to a 3 here, so that dock value will prioritize doing research once the station's available above hull and clean. And I think that's probably okay. And in fact, why don't I turn dock values construction? I'm going to put it to a 4. So that it can still grab you and right click to do a task, but you're really not going to get around to it much, especially if we have a research bench, which I think I will plan on putting down now. So we'll just do another wooden one. That's okay. And this can be like back of the room. That's fine. So Doc can maybe start some research. Oh, you're doing a little bit of crafting. A baton? I'm sorry, is a stone club referred to as a baton? Is that the corporate style? Oh my god, the corporate style of a club is a baton, is a billy club. I freaking love it. Yes, 10 out of 10, 100% agree. Okay, this is probably nearly, actually it's surprisingly long-lived. But I'm going to go and plan our wall lights. So we'll put 2 in here. And again, as we tear down these walls, our lighting solution is going to change. Probably what we will do is we will base ourselves around the flood lamps for the big interior spaces. Okay, this is definitely a place to put in a cut. This has gone on a fair long time. Beatrix, how are you doing on your resistance? Yeah, it's still going to take a while. It might be worth improving your space to convert you a little faster. So, oh, that's for the, I think that's for gastronomy. I'm going to build this. It's gonna, yes, it will get quite crowded in here. We'll give you a chair and we'll give you a light. And I think what I'll do as well is plan a bed. So let's just build a copy of a bed here. Actually, I might still want one just to be flagged for medical. I'll build a pair of beds. Let me just build this one first. We'll move it into there as soon as it's done. Yeah, okay. But speaking of done, this episode. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye.